Okay, so before everything starts, okay. Just take this. You know what? I don't have to really start shit up yet. Where is it? It's over there. Fuck. Yeah, let's just spend the first part of the stream, yeah, just stocking up my my fridge. Yeah, that's a good idea. I was gonna start to draw. Keep a couple of chords. Cool. Yeah, but chocolate's getting old. Vanilla just makes me old. There's just one flavor good enough for me. Yeah, I almost took out my entire there. Just one flavor good enough for me. Yeah, me. Don't give me no crummy teaspoon. I know what I need. Singing, I love Rocky Road. The ones that going by have a gallon, baby. I love Rocky Road. Have a little scoop with me. And tell me I can all the same. All those soda jerkers know my name. When their supply is gone, and I'll be moving on. But I'll be back on Monday afternoon. You'll see. Now, truckloads coming in for me. All for me is singing. I love. Let's just do this. I love Rocky Road. Oh, I forgot there was one after me. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. First things first. Let me get everything to stop. Oh, he's down there. I mean, really. Okay, well, let's go to sleep and we'll figure this out. Okay, so I don't really expect there to be a lot going on here. I do have some plans on to maybe make this a little bit interesting, but I can't guarantee shit. Well then. This is gonna take me a. This specific reason is why I have
Wait, don't I have... wait, I had a whole lot of it. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Let me go around. Okay, so we got something that honestly is about to help us a lot, okay? We got something that's honestly gonna help, okay? Here we go. Okay, this is gonna be extremely dumb, but... okay, I'm gonna have to keep doing this over and over again if I want this to work. Okay. This is why I put on... all that work, all that work, all that work. All that work. Well, it's fine. That was more of like an unexpected thing, so... okay. This is here because I want to get an Enderman. Okay, so... oh yeah, I got this for... okay, I did that for a thumbnail. Oh, I need to get better... I need to get more, I need to get better armor. Do I have anything here that I would like to... can I burn string? Would string be a thing that is valid? No, it is not, in fact. Yeah. Seems like a valid thing to burn. Yes. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay. Zombies need to keep dying. I could theoretically... like, theoretically, I should be able to get, like, some stuff down here. But I really think that, that this... I need to get... either I need to get, like, either I need to get, what is it called? Either I need to get Silk Touch, which the only way at this point that I can do that with the resources I got right now is if I get a an enchanted pickaxe or an enchanted literally anything with Silk Touch. Which I don't know if you guys know this, but a mob spawning with enchanted stuff, not that uncommon, all right? However, mob spawning with enchanted tools, kind of uncommon. Kind of uncommon now. You know what? Just because I don't really know what to, I'm gonna continue making that. Because I don't really know what to do, I'm gonna make a blast furnace. I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna put it over on this side. I'm gonna put it over on this side just so I can have it. So, how do I make a blast furnace? I make, how do I do this? Blast furnace. Ah, okay, so I need 3. Ah, never mind. Okay, how do I make this? Okay. Hey, okay. I got one on me, so let's 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just gonna make a smoker. Why not? There, smoker. There, a smoker. I'm gonna put it out here because why not? Okay, well, it seems that we got some. So I'm not really gonna make like. I'm not really gonna make like any like stone tools and. Can I make this? Can I make this? I cannot make this. Nah. I win. I can make this. Ha! Fuck! Nah. I win. I can make this. Huh. I can make this. No! Oh. Nah. I win. I can make this. Huh. I can make this. Huh. Wait, I can make this. Oh. Alright. Well, apparently I got that right. I don't need that, and don't need that. If I did need that, I'll probably make more. There we go. Off into the fuck! Here's the thing. Normally, something I found out is that in Bedrock Edition, you, okay, I honestly, I can honestly make that. What if 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so in order to make that, I'll need 1, 2, 3, 4. Two of them makes 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So I need to put. Never mind. Nah. Nah. I'd win. Probably shouldn't have done that. Nah, I'd win. Fine, I'll go the normal way. Huh. Gotcha. There. Now, there we go. Perfect. Honestly, you can you can look up. Just notice how much has gone on. Doesn't seem like a lot, but a lot has happened. And I'm gonna do this just because, like, why not? Like, all of that's happened. Of course, I haven't made a lot. Of course, I haven't made a lot. Like, no, most of the time when you watch people play these, it's usually on a video, and a lot of this is time-lapsed. A lot of this is time-lapsed. You know, I'm gonna make an announcement on Discord. I'm making another announcement on Discord. Oh, I thought everything went to shit. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay. Okay, so to anyone, the announcements is I'm mostly gonna be streaming later in the day. I will try and stream earlier. However, most of my streams are going to take place usually either in the afternoon or at night. It's gonna be one of the two. It's gonna be one of the two. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna be taking. This is where I'm gonna take the take all that stuff. So unless I want to build like a dirt like tower. How much dirt do I got? I can probably do this. Nah, I'd win. Okay, let's do this. I got an idea. Hold on. This is gonna work. Maybe. Maybe. This is mostly a stupid idea. But hey, if it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid. Hope. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over to this. Boom. boom, 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 and boom. Now we can't afford to lose any. Bruh. Fuck this. You know what? Where is it? I'm taking all of this. Oh. I can make this. Nah, I can do this. I can do this. Nah, I'd win. Nah, I win. Nah. Nah, I win. Nah, I win. Fuck! Nah, I'd win. Fuck! Nah. No, this time I got this. Yes! Okay. So. This is how it's gonna work. This is how it's gonna work. We're building a tower all the way up. This is why I went and collected all the rest of that, all the rest of that stuff. I'm hoping that some of the dirt got already started. There we go. This is gonna hurt me a lot, by the way. Wait. Yeah, you know, yeah, that works. Here we go. Okay, this is gonna take a while. But hey, this is what this stream is for. This is to make it stupid, but it's gonna work. Okay, look, I don't have a Silk Touch pickaxe. And if I wanted, I could just wait for an Enderman to just spawn here. Which very well is very possible. I want to state that. How far away? Oh, what? That's actually a lot closer. One stack has actually got us a lot closer than I thought. One stack. My thumb almost hit the... My thumb almost hit the window key. You know, I remember that there were some people that were like... oh wow, using your thumb for the window for the for control is bad. And like I don't see why. And they're like, oh, how do you press space and control like this? Like I do this. I press space and then control at the same time. If there was a setting that shows you what I'm pressing, then I will actually, you know what, hold on, options, controls. Is there a is there like hide controls or something? Nope, apparently not. Okay. Like you'd be able to see like what I'm using. Like, I'm not expecting for like 2 stacks to get us there. I'm just saying 1 stack got us a lot further than I thought. Trust me, this is going to work. It's going to be very slow, but it's going to work. It's going to work. It's going to be very slow. I'm pretty sure if I built a staircase, it would have taken up more dirt. Then again, this is a staircase. There we go. Yeah, see, we're almost there. We only have 27 more to go. Wonder how much has already got there. Okay. Sorry, I just thought of something really stupid. Usually when I think of something stupid, it's usually not like intelligent enough to like there we go. It's gonna take forever, but it's gonna work. I'll probably put like one like every corner down. Well, I'm dead. This was a nice time. Think I can make that? Nah, I'd win. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Can't wait to like I'm gonna take this down like layer by layer. It's gonna take a while, but it's fine. It's fine. This entire spiral of a mess of dirt. Woo! Oh, I don't have any more. Okay. Well, this was nice. Oh wait, I could have just walked all the way back up. That's fine. It's fine. Wait. Did I really just do that? Shit. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Do 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 do. Bada hip da ba da ba. Bang bang bang. Bang bang bang. Bang 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 bang. Did I turn music off in this game? Please tell me I didn't. I did. Why? I have no idea. I missed it. I missed the song. Now it's gonna take a while for it to turn back on. Okay, here we go. Just keep going down. Keep on placing them like every single... Also, something I realized in that like Skyrim, like any of the Bethesda games, like let's do Skyrim for an example. Or any game that does this. Yes, I'm gonna use Skyrim for example. Whenever it's like, oh, everything starts out at 0, did this person go through their entire life just being a meathead? Or not knowing anything, or not being strong at all? All right. That's good to know. All right. But yeah, I'm still streaming on. So yeah, I'm still streaming on YouTube. I'm still streaming on. I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch. If things don't lighten up by the end of like this month, I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch. I'm just gonna be streaming on Twitch. This isn't, and I want to state this. I made an announcement video earlier or today about this, that I am going, after this I'm gonna go and edit. This isn't a spontaneous thing. I've made this, I've talked about this earlier. Talked about this on other streams. But I have been like pro YouTube for a long time now. But I have been debating for a long time if I should be, mainly because, like, well, yes, I do need to get internet fixed and I do need to get some stuff fixed. I've been debating on whether I should move over to Twitch. Solely move over to Twitch. I'm gonna take this. If I should solely move over to Twitch, or if I should stay here, or because there's a certain point where I'm thinking to myself, I want to do one or the other. I want to do one or the other. Please have some love honor to give me. No, okay. Wait. Am I still able to? Nah, that was just a mod. It was just a mod. Never mind, carry on. Carry on with your day. Yeah, it was a mod. But as I said, this is not a spontaneous thing. This is a debate that I've been thinking about for quite some time now. And I've been wondering if I should or not. Because, like, YouTube has been doing a lot of weird stuff lately. And I've been largely, as I stated, I've been fine with it. I've been annoyed, yes, sure, but I have been largely fine with a lot of stuff that that YouTube's been doing. But then I get this notification where where a video was taken down because it was not child friendly, despite the fact it wasn't labeled as child friendly, and the AI decided it was child friendly. Only then to only then to remove it. So yeah, just expect, so people on YouTube expect for there to be a another for me to add to the series again of the of the forest again. Expect that to come back. Expect that to come back, because I'm gonna end up doing that again. Because YouTube's like, yeah, no. So because I found that if I label it as not for kids, then it will be so much easier to do that. But the reason why I'm moving streams over is because YouTube is gonna get mad, say, "Oh no, these are not made for kids. They're not labeled as for kids, but they're not labeled as for adults either. So we're gonna mark it as made for kids. Then we're gonna review it, and if it's not made for kids after we've marked it for kids before we reviewed it, then it's going to be terminated. It's gonna be taken down. So I'm moving my streams over because videos are a lot easier to manage on that regard. Videos are a lot easier to manage when it comes to that. Streams are not, because I don't know if you've been there for the Vermintide streams. I don't know if you guys were there for the Vermintide streams, but the conversations we get into are not child friendly. Are not. They're more targeted towards adults. They're more of a conversation that adults will have. My channel content here is not really targeted towards kids. Nor is it really targeted towards adults. It's targeted towards anyone who will watch. And frankly, if this is how it's going to be, I'm just going to start targeting things towards adults more. Frankly, I've had to come to the decision. My target audience that I want is towards adults, not kids, because if this is going to keep happening, where you bitch. If this keeps happening, where like it'll be like, oh, this video here, or this here is for kids, and then it's like, oh, sorry, you cursed in this, because I curse a lot. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I curse a lot. But if this keeps happening, hold on. Oh no, okay, we're fine. Okay. Yeah, but I curse a lot, so obviously this shouldn't be targeted towards kids, but if YouTube thinks if YouTube thinks it's okay to go into mark the video as and to target the audience and mark the video as made for kids and then go and go and look at it, then that's not a good idea. That's why I'm moving streams, because streams are a lot harder to manage. The fuck? Oh yeah, that's right. Could I like jump off and make that? No, I cannot. Good night, everybody. Yeah, but yeah, it's a lot easier for me to target videos on this than for me to do video. It's a lot easier for videos than to do streams. All right, it's a lot easier for videos than to do streams. Oops. So that's why I'm moving streams over, because, well, as I said, it's a lot easier for videos than streams. I keep repeating myself over and over again because no fucking reason. Couldn't think of a single reason why. Couldn't think. I've had 2 sips. Come on, don't immediately start judging. I've had 2 sips. You guys have seen me go through an entire bottle of this and be fine. Which, this is all I'm drinking for today. We go back to soda afterwards. But yeah, that's another reason why I'm not really talking a lot, is because I don't know if you've noticed where we are. We're in the middle of like nothing. There's not really much to do other than right now, like while we're waiting for like animals to spawn, there's not really much to do other than wait for this to just start like going all the way down. It would be easier for this, like we have to wait. If I end up getting an Enderman, then I'll spend the time yeah, so most of this is just me most of this is just me like waiting, walking around, doing you know, why don't I make, wait, hold on, why don't I just make a why don't I spend this time making a, what's it called? What is it called? A farm. Why don't I just make a farm? I can just make like a whole bunch of I can just like have it go like off this way. Why not? Why not? Why not? Let's work on this. Fuck. Oh, I used a block. That's fine, I got this. I do not got this. So yeah, why don't we just do that while we're waiting for everything to work out, huh? You can only sleep by night or some thunderstorms. It's clearly night. Come on. There we go. This thing tastes okay for like until you get to like about here. Until you get about to like here. And then it just tastes like vomit the rest of the time. They may be asking, why do I still drink it? Same reason people drink coffee. It tastes horrible, yet people still drink it. Oh hey, the song is back. Yay. Okay, well let's start working on this. I kind of want to be a bit far out. Okay, well let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay, here we go. There we go. Now this is gonna take a bit. Well, hold on. I'm gonna get 4 of these. Let me get 4 of these. Let me go and get 4 stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So now in order to make this more aesthetically pleasing, pleasing, we're gonna be knocking all this out. Because why not? Fun fact, did you know that originally for the Tim Burton's Charlie and Chocolate Factory movie, originally was Michael Jackson originally wanted to be a part of it? They said no, for obvious reasons. One of the reasons was because they didn't think that it would be good for Michael Jackson to be around children for a long time. That was one of the reasons. They also just thought that he wouldn't be a good fit for the role. He even wrote several songs, but when they asked if they can still use it, he said, if I can't be in this, then no, you guys cannot. So they end up getting other guys to write it. What happened to my axe? No idea. Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the uh-huh. Up. Okay, so I'm able to make... Okay, so this is different. Okay, so this is different. This is different. Okay, so you know, I hate when I lose my train of thought. I hate when I lose my train of thought. I had like an entire thing and I lost it. Okay, so I'm gonna make 3 of these. 1 for potatoes, 1 for carrots, 1 for wheat. And then we'll be done. Okay, we've got 46 minutes left in here, so we'll see how this goes. Okay. I might make a might kind of want to make a mob spawner down there. Why? Wait, why don't I? Like, I can just like start grinding out, like, I got the wood. I got the wood. I got the wood now. Well, I can make it out of like bones and wood and cobblestone. Literally anything. I can make the floor slabs because, well, I got this and I can make a whole bunch of slabs out of it. Why don't I just do that? You know what? I think in another stream we'll just knock all this down and we'll go into making this. We'll go into making it down there. And we're gonna like I'll connect it through like all of that. And also I got wooden slabs, so why not just do that? Why not just do that? So yeah, okay, well let's continue working on this because okay, I'm gonna need 2 more. Doctor, what's wrong with me? Say the phrase 2 more 5 times fast. Okay, 2 more. Wait a minute. Okay, well, I'm now out of... You know, I knew this was gonna happen. I still... Oh, wait. Give. Don't really remember why I have so many sticks, but yeah. For all I know, I could have made them earlier, and I don't remember. Three, 4, 5, 6. There. Here's some advice, everyone. If you are in a relationship and your partner, it doesn't matter which side you're in, okay? If you have a partner and they trust you enough, here's the thing. There are several social circles that exist for everyone, okay? Yeah, there is them and you, their friends, there is them and you, their closest friends, their friends and family, people that they, and then there's their work, and then there's this random stranger, okay? They will trust, and if you're in that place where they trust you completely, you want to hold on to that. You don't want to get rid of that in any way, shape, or form. You don't want that to go away. That is something that not even their best friends, not even their closest friends are in. You are in you are in their personal bubble. You are in their circle, and they let you in willingly, okay? Whatever you do, do not remove yourself from that. All right? Okay, good. Good. Remember this, okay? And you may think, okay, that's great. Here's the thing. One of the most common ways people will remove themselves from that circle, is by destroying their trust in a way that they don't, in a way where you won't even think that it will destroy their trust, and yet it does. They will one day feel so comfortable around you that they will come to you and say, hey, I need you to know something. And they will proceed to tell you things that they wouldn't even tell their closest mate. They will proceed to tell you things that they wouldn't even tell their closest friend or their parents. They will tell you feelings. And you will now have this knowledge within your possession. And one day, in an argument, you will use that exact knowledge against them. One day, you will use that exact knowledge against them. And there, boom, just like that, you are no longer in that circle with them. You are now a complete stranger. You are now a complete stranger. Congratulations. You have decided violence. You have chosen violence. And now you are pushed out of that circle, never to be let in again. Now, you may now be out in a circle as total stranger, okay? You may now be out in the circle of total stranger now. However, there's there's hope. You can start moving back in. There's good news and bad news, all right? Well, there's bad news, good news, bad news. Bad news is you are now out in stranger territory. They won't share anything with you. However, you can build up trust again. You can continue, you can move in closer and closer into social circles. You move in from stranger to workplace, all right? To workplace. Then you move into a circle of family and friends. Then you move into circle of best friend. If you're lucky, you move into circle with best friend, and that is as far as you are going to get. All that stuff that they used to talk to you about before, out the window. Out the window, all because you wanted 5 seconds of triumph, just to feel good about yourself for 5 seconds. You threw all that trust out the window. Trust is something that is earned, not bought, not demanded. It is earned. And trust is one of those things, is one of the very few things in this world where once you destroy it, it cannot be built back up. Once it is destroyed, it cannot be built back up. Once that happens, it cannot be built back up. You will never be back in that same circle that you will not be back in that same social circle as you were in all that long ago. And you're gonna go the rest of your life wondering, wait, hold on, what happened? They used to be so open to me that now they don't see emotionally available anymore. And that's all because you decided that it would be a good idea to take the one thing that they trusted you with and throw it back in their face. It's all because you wanted to feel triumphant in just that one moment, for just one moment, and that one moment cost you everything. That one moment cost you everything. All because you wanted to feel good about yourself just for a bit. Just for a little bit. And now, because of that, your partner will not trust you anymore. And even if they do trust you, it will not be the same trust as it was before. Because once trust is destroyed, once trust is taken away, it is really hard to earn that back up again. It is extremely hard. It goes from near impossible. It goes from really hard to near impossible to just flat out impossible. Just flat out impossible. Do I still have my pickaxe? No, I got rid of my one pickaxe. They will, like, that person that lost your trust, that you lost trust in, that you destroyed that trust in, even if they allow you around again, anything that they tell you, anything that is said to you, will all be said with an abundance of caution and an abundance of hesitation. It will no longer be the same as it was before, where they can just tell you, they can just tell you anything. They will be emotionally distant to you after that. They will be the same emotionally distant to you, the same way they are emotionally distant to even their closest friends. And that's even if you're lucky to even get into the social group with his closest friends. Because before you were like you were in their circle, not in the circle of their closest friends. You were in the same circle as them. And congratulations, you don't just make it so that you can never get into their social circle again. You made it extremely hard for them to let anyone else into that circle. You made it extremely hard for anyone else to make it into that circle. As I stated, trust is one of those things that's really hard to earn, but so easy. It's extremely hard to get, but oh, is it easy to destroy. Thing is, it's easy to, it's one of the easiest things to destroy. However, if you know what to look for, it won't be as easy as you think to destroy it. It won't be that easy, all right? You know what? Let's actually keep collecting. Let's keep the bones collected. How about that? Let's keep them collected so that way we can continue on our stuff, okay? Where is it? Where is the wait, where's the hoe? It's right here. Okay. Just so we can have a look, I'm just doing this just so we can have a farm. And here's the thing, there are people out there that think that trust is something that can just be given. That can just be given at any point. That they can, if they just ask for someone's trust, then then they'll just receive it no matter what. That's what they think, all right? However, that's not how this works. That's not how it works here, okay? Yeah. It comes to the point where I've talked about this before, I think, maybe. I don't know. Where there are people that will permanently burn bridges, permanently destroy relationships, just to get something, just to get what they want. But then when they finally get what they want, because they pushed everyone away, and that they've destroyed the relationships, and people don't want to be with them anymore. When they finally get what they want, all of a sudden they're surprised when there's no one with them to celebrate with them. Either that, or they lose everything, and they're surprised when nobody is there to help them. Oh, that's what gets me the achievement, not these. Oh, okay, I see how it is. I see how it is. But yeah, like, just... And sometimes it's just satisfying. Sometimes it's satisfying to watch that all unfold, because the problem is that most of these people don't even learn the lesson. They will push people away, and then wonder why no one is around to help them once they finally got what they wanted. Which is really stupid, because they don't realize their own mistake. And here's the problem with that. A simple sorry is not going... And this is what I mean when I say that it's really hard to... that it's hard to do that. This isn't one of those, a simple sorry will fix everything. No, it will take years. Someone can trust you completely. Someone can trust you completely. To the point where they are comfortable around you, no matter what. But then you say one thing that destroys them, they will no longer feel the same around you ever again. Or you do one thing that will destroy that trust, and they will never, ever trust you again. Or at least will trust you in the same way ever again. Another easy way to do this, another easy way to lose trust in somebody, or to lose someone's trust, is by breaking a promise. Promise is something that I have broken many a time, to the point where I don't like to promise things if I have to guarantee that. Okay, some light reflected off the monitor I got. Light went onto the monitor in a very weird way. There have been times where I have promised people in the past stuff, but I didn't follow through on the promise, and they didn't trust me, and I've hated that. I've hated the fact that I promise stuff and say I guarantee that this will happen. I guarantee that I will do this and that everything will be great. I hate that. I've always hated it. And it's come to the point where I no longer do that. I no longer promise in a way where I can guarantee that it will happen. I can only promise that I can try. I do this that way I'm not guaranteeing anything will happen. I'm not guaranteeing that it will happen. I can promise that I can try. But as I stated, I'm not guaranteeing things will happen. I'm not guaranteeing that I'll be able to follow through with it. What I can guarantee is that you will see some progress, but I cannot guarantee that it will work out. I cannot guarantee that it will work out. That's what I mean. And I hate it when people tell me, hey, can you promise me this? And I say, I can promise I can try. And they're like, no, I need you to look me in the eye and tell me that you can do this. And I'm thinking to myself, this person is making me promise something that I know full well that there's a good chance that I will not be able to follow through with this, no matter how hard I try. It's not one of those, oh, I promise this, and then go off and just come and not and just disregard the promise. This is one of those, I promise this, and I try to follow through with the promise, but I'm ultimately not able to follow through with it. That's what I mean. This entire, and here's the thing, I don't claim to be extremely wise about trust, okay? My entire thing about, like, building trust is from my own personal experience, okay? Is from my own personal experience on, because there are people that I was completely trustworthy towards, but then I said some stuff to them that completely, or did some stuff that completely destroyed any hope of any more trust in them with me. And I have been, since, like, giving them space, trying to reconcile with that. And I know full well that they're never going to trust me in the same way that they did before. They're never going to, like, share the same stuff that they did with me back then. They're never going to do that again. They're never going to talk to me in the same way. Even if they do, they'll talk to me with the utmost of caution. Or they'll share with me stuff with the, like they'll share with their friends. But they will never trust me in the same way as they did all, like, back then, before I destroyed everything. If I am lucky, I will get into the same circle as their friend group, as their best friend group. If I am lucky, I will. If I can go back in time and change anything, it would be all the trust that I have destroyed with the people that I have wronged. That is my answer to that question. No one's asked that on this question, but no one's asked me that on this channel. However, I have been asked that question before. If you can go back in time, what would you do? What would you change? It took me a long time to think about that, but I was in a car ride home at one point, thinking about trust because well, I've been reading the Bible lately, and I've been listening to a lot about that, where it's like, go and do this, and it's like, okay, sure, and then they don't do it. There's even a parable that Jesus stated, where a man goes and has two sons, and he goes and tells one son, hey, today you will be working in the field. Go out and work in the field. And the first son's like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. But then later changes his mind and goes and works in the field. The man goes over to his other son and says, today you will work in the field. Go out and work in the field. And this son says, yeah, sure, I'll go and do that, but then doesn't do it. Which one is better? And I thought about that for a while, and I realized that saying that you're, and the meaning behind it is that those who say that they're going to do something but then don't do it are worse than people who say that they're not going to do it but then do it anyway. At one point I even stated in Bible study, it is infinitely better to hate doing it and do it anyway than to love doing it and not do it. It is infinitely better to do a task. It is infinitely better to hate doing a task and do the task anyway than for you to love doing a task and not do it. It is infinitely better. I've had some agreements. Not sure how many disagreements, but I've had some agreements. But yeah, it is so much better for you to hate doing a task and do it anyway than to love doing a task and not do it at all. And I thought about that parable, and I thought, how much did the dad trust the sons afterwards? How much did he trust them afterwards? Huh? He must have trusted while both of them technically lied. The first one said he doesn't want to do it. He still did it anyway. But how much trust do you think the father has in his sons now? The first one said that he didn't want to do it, but then did it anyway. And the second one said he was going to do it, but then didn't do it. The one that said that he was going to do it, is not trustworthy at all. There's different parables. I've started coming around on parables. I like parables. But yeah, that's been what I've been doing lately. Is I've been reading the Bible. I've been listening to a lot of it. I don't think I need stairs anymore. If I do, I can just make more. It's fine. But that's the thing, is that lying and here's the thing, I lie all the time, okay? I just want to state that. There are some times when I even lie about my day. I'm not going to try and justify it. I'm not going to justify myself lying. Alright? I'm not going to justify it. Alright? I'm just going to state that I don't like to lie. I don't like to lie big lies. Doesn't matter how small or how big the lie is. A lie is a lie, even if it's a white lie. People are always like, oh, it's just a white lie. A lie is a lie, no matter what, okay? Even if it's like, how was your day? Oh, it was fine. It was fine. When it wasn't really fine, even then, that's a lie. That's a lie as well. Projectile protection. Yeah, sure. Even then, that's a lie, okay? But I still do it, and a lot of us do it even when we're not thinking. Same here. Most things I lie about are usually about my day. Sometimes, like, I'll say something that happened that's either extremely exaggerated, or I'll just say it to the point where it's not really harmful to anyone. And no, don't get me wrong. I'm still not justifying anything. Okay, here. I'm just stating some facts, okay? Yeah. It's either like an exaggerated version of the story of what happened that day, or it's going to be something where it's like no one's really the hero of the story. I was just there witnessing it. The fake Karen news. That one is like supposed to be known to be made up. It's called fake Karen news for a reason. Should probably put up a video stating, hey, this is called fake Karen news for a reason. It's all fake. No, this is real. Like, for example, how people do like AI stories. Anyway, back to the entire prompt is that the moral of this entire thing is that trust is extremely hard to get. But it is just as easy to destroy as it is hard to get. But once it is destroyed, once you lose that trust, it is near impossible to get it to work again. It will take years. It would take years for you to gain that trust again. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now, some of those people that I have destroyed trust in, that I have destroyed their trust in me in, happened like at the beginning, like I believe it was like freshman year of high school. I did that. I did it, and I destroyed their trust. It's been like freshman, sophomore, junior, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and it's been like 1, 2, 3, 7 years since then. Still trying to reconcile. Still giving them space. Still sometimes talking to them. I'm not gonna say who these people are, or what exactly I did, or what I said. Because here's the thing about destroying trust. You can destroy trust over stuff that makes sense over just as equally. You can destroy trust over stuff that doesn't make sense just as equally as you can destroy trust over something unreasonable just as easy as you can destroy some trust over something just as reasonable. I'm not gonna say what I said nor what I did. I'm just gonna say I wasn't necessarily kind to these people. Wasn't necessarily kind. So, but this is why I'm, and the thing is, like, I'll say this stuff and some people are gonna come in and be like, hey, wait, you did this stuff, you're just a hypocrite, you're saying that this stuff is bad and you're telling us not to do it despite the fact that you've also destroyed trust. Here's the thing, I'm not trying to say, hey, I did it so it's fine but you did it so it's wrong. No, I did it and I destroyed trust. I destroyed people's trust in me, and I'm a horrible person for that. Okay, I fully admit that. I see that. I even went to therapy over it, over hurting these people. Okay, and it's from this experience and from me doing this and from me thinking along about this and trying to reconcile with this, is what made me realize this is not, destroying people's trust is not a good thing, and what it takes to rebuild that trust. It takes a long time. Sometimes trust is going to be hard to rebuild. It's going to be hard. It's hard to build up. It's harder to rebuild it. Sometimes near impossible. Some people, it will just never be rebuilt again. They can forgive you for everything you did, but they still won't trust you. They still won't trust you. Because not just, I mean, the thing is that, no, I won't say that. No. The entire point of this is, just if someone has trust in you, if somebody trusts you, that is a beautiful thing. That is a treasure that you have. That is a possession that you now have. That should never be taken away. You should never abuse that. That is a power that you have. That is something you should never abuse. Never. Hold it. Cherish it. Because once it's gone, it's either really hard to get it back, or it's just gone for good. Or it is just gone for good. So, if somebody trusts you, don't destroy it. Don't get rid of it. Do not hurt it in any way. Do not hurt it in any way. Anyway, this was a nice session. I'm sorry that everyone that this wasn't talked to a lot at the beginning, but then I started talking again. Sorry that I got it depressing again. I try not to keep things depressed. Or I try not to get really mad over stuff. But thank you guys for watching. Share this with other people, recommend this to other people. Join Discord, link is in the description. Join Twitch, link is also in the description. Remember, I'm moving. If things do not let up by October 1st on YouTube, I'm moving everything over to Twitch. So Twitch link is in the description. If it's not working, then please twitch.tv/Pandas Deathmatch. I mean, not Pandas TW. Pandas_TW. PANDAS_TW. Thank you guys for watching. That's gonna be it. Goodbye.